Hello, everyone. I am back for another episode. And today we're going to be talking about the 3 fears that could slow down your success online with your health and wellness business. So stay tuned. Welcome to our podcast, designed for psychologists, therapists, and counselors who want to take their business online and live a soul-nourished and profitable life without compromise. If you want to know the secrets used by practitioners just like you to navigate the global e-learning market successfully, then you're in the right place. I'm Dr. Tilean, Chartered Psychologist, Business Mentor, and your host, and welcome to the Abundant Practitioner Podcast. Hello. So it's so good to be back. You may have noticed last week there wasn't the usual episode. I was taking some time out for soul nourishment. I wasn't well. My little boy had a stomach bug. We all went down with it. But I'm back now and I'm really excited about this topic. And it's something that I was speaking with our clients with today, right, in terms of mindset. Every Wednesday, my clients and I, we get together and we really dive deep into this topic. And so it was interesting, when I was like, yes, today we're going to be going into the fears that slow down your success with your business, with your mission, with your entrepreneurial ventures. And the 3 fears that I'm going to be covering today is number 1, the fear of visibility, right? If you have a business, it requires you to be visible. It requires you to be seen. And that can bring up so many different things for each and every one of us, right? And it's like, how do you relate to that fear? What does that even mean? So I'm going to be diving into that today. I am also going to be covering as well the fear of failure, right? That fear of failure that stops you before you even start, because you're like, what if nobody does this? What if that? You know what I mean? Like the mind just goes into chaos and starts spiraling out of control. And number 3 is that fear of rejection, right? Fear of rejection, of being rejected, of what you come up with this amazing thing, you put together an amazing transformational experience or an amazing program or an amazing e-learning course or an amazing retreat, and then nobody wants it. Nobody buys, nobody clicks, right? Whatever it is. And those are the fears that I'm going to cover today, because these can really slow down your ability to take action and also your ability to get the success that you actually know you can achieve with what you want to do, right? And so these are so important, and it really is important in understanding where you lie on the spectrum of these fears. Are these things that come up for you, right? Are these things that don't come up for you? Then that's fine, right? But if that does, if visibility, failure, rejection, if these are themes that sometimes play in your mind, of what will other people think? How will I be seen? Am I going to be an outcast? Right? What will my family think? What will my colleagues think? Right? What is coming up when you think about visibility? Am I good enough? Am I qualified enough? Right? What about my accent? What about the way I look? What about my sexuality? What about my gender? Whatever it is. Are there things that you feel that you will be seen differently because of who you are or how you appear? Do I need to appear at a certain level and I'm not quite there? Do I need to have a fancy camera? Do I need to have the best branding? Do I need to have this? And all of these things can cause you to remain behind the scenes, right? Of having these notebooks upon notebooks, journals upon journals, Google Docs, Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, vision diaries, vision boards, all the things of you putting out there what you want to actually create, but you don't get visible, or you only get visible so much. Maybe you put up a website and that's about it, right? but you don't actually allow your business, allow your mission, allow your vision to really, really come to fruition, because underneath the surface, there's this underlying fear of, I'm scared to be judged. I'm scared to be seen. I'm scared I'm not enough. I'm scared I'm not good enough. I'm scared I'm not polished enough. Right? And so it really, really is important to understand what is actually causing procrastination. What is actually causing your business stagnation? What is actually causing the revenue generation? What is actually causing your where you are with the number of clients you're working with, right? What is actually causing your ability to get your retreats filled or your transformational experience filled? What is going on underneath the surface? And coming to terms with, you know, if there's something showing up on the outside and you think that, you know, well, I don't know why it is, then often there's something going on in the inside, and that's something to do with mindset, psychology, identity, that is not in alignment with what you actually want to see, right? And so it's about becoming congruent with that and really marrying that up so you can see your business and your mission and your impact have some real results and really see it fly. And so fear of visibility is certainly one that comes up. And so, you know, with all of these fears that I talk about, right, is about really like naming it, naming the fear. Where has it come from? Right? What is the story, the narrative that you have around this fear, around the consequence of the fear? Yeah. What really scares you? What is worst case scenario for you in that? All right. And really like unpicking it and seeing what it's about. You know, this is certainly something on my journey. It was something that I came face to face with, right? And it really is important in facing your fears, of naming your fear and facing your fear. And sometimes situations will come up and support you to face it, right? And sometimes you can choose actively to face it and decide, okay, this is what the fear looks like. This is what it's about. This is what it stems through, stems about, or stems where it stems from. And this is who I truly am. This is my truth. This is my authentic me. This is what I know to be true, right? And so when you have a real clear certainty about your truth, that becomes your armor, right? That's something I was talking about with, you know, with the clients today, right? We was really talking about that, and a lot of them are taking that as their mantra of like, my truth is my armor. My truth is my armor. So I have no like, I'm not scared about like what will other people think or what will other people say or what will other people, but that has been a journey. There was once a place in my business journey where I was scared of being visible, right? I remember when I did my first ever Facebook Live. I was like, hi, am I live? I'm not sure. Right? And was just like not really sure. Did that make me less of who I am? No. Right? Did that identify what my business was? No. Right? What it enabled me to do was start the journey of building up my confidence and getting visible, in working through any kind of those thoughts that came up that would say, oh, you're not this, or oh, what if this, right? It allowed me to, it gave me feedback, it gave me information for me to work through as a growth edge, to be able to stand more fully into my light and shine it even brighter, to be able to help even more people, right, do amazing things and transform their lives in amazing ways, right? And it's just been incredible. But none of that would have happened if I just stayed behind the scenes with my fear. And so it's important to see, like, how are your fears showing up in your life? Are they causing you to procrastinate? Are they causing you to not get the support that will help you drive your business forward? Are they causing you to stay focused on your logo or the colors of your brand, or what am I going to write? Are they causing you to remain in a safe space with your business because being visible feels unsafe, right? It allows you to be open. But if you've got your armor, if you can build up your armor, right, and recognize how strong you are in your truth and just be authentic and real as you present whatever you're presenting, right? Be okay to trip up or whatever or make mistakes, right? And just be okay with like learning and growing. Just like you did when you was a child and you learned to walk, right? It didn't all just come at once, okay? Right? You would have had to stumble a few times, fall down a few times, but you got it. And then it was just like embodied. It was just who you are, what you did, how you presented. So really understand that. Okay, so that visibility piece, that fear of failure. What if it doesn't work? Right? This is all projected into the future, by the way, of like predicting all of this stuff often as well, these fears, right? What if it doesn't work? What if the customers are not there? What if this is just a good idea for me and nobody else, right? What if I don't earn enough to recover all that I've invested in my idea and my business and my vision? You know, all of this stuff. But if you don't start, you'll never give yourself a chance, right? So all of that energy that's been wasted and exerted by thinking of all these fears that are stopping you or slowing you down is energy expenditure that is wasteful because it's not helping you in your journey. You will never receive the feedback you need to have to get the results you want to have if you don't even make a step, if you don't even start, if you don't seek the guidance, right? If you don't go and talk to people, if you don't create anything. So you have to go on the journey to be able to let yourself succeed, right? The only way you can't succeed is if you don't start. The only way you can't succeed is if you start and then stop, right? But as long as you keep going, you will always be able to, with a curious mind of refinement, you'll always be able to continue moving forward in a great way and get results that impact people's lives and change your life, right? And so be open to like go in it. Like you don't also have to figure this all out yourself. You know, it's like be open to getting support and knowledge from others. Speak to others. Get resource, you know, and really support yourself in this journey. And then the other one that can come up as well is that fear of rejection, right? That fear of rejection can show up in you not telling anybody about what you do because you don't want them to say anything. If you never extended an offer or an invitation for somebody to work with you or join you in your transformational experience so their life can change because of your fear of rejection, because of you making it about you and not about them, right? What if you actually decided to just show up with every element of your business and your vision from a place of love, from a place of service, from a place of compassion, from a place of how do I serve these people at the highest level? How do I show up in a way that serves others, right? How do I do that? How do I take the attention off of me? Because ultimately, that's what it comes down to. When it's fear of visibility, fear of failure, fear of rejection, it's all about me, 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 right? What will people think of me? Yeah. How will I look? Right? It's all like on you. So it's about like really like if there's one thing you take from this podcast episode is to just turn it outwards, right? And really start to focus on the people you're wanting to serve, right? The transformations that they need to go through, who they like really need as a leader, right? And really start to shift in that space. And it will give you the courage to be able to show up and do the things that you need to do, be the person you need to be in order to create the change you want to see, right? So really, you know, like this is it's really my intention to kind of pack the punch with these episodes and just give you some value and information and support you with your growth, right? Because you have a mission, a vision, a way that you want to help people, that you're being called to help people in that way. And don't allow anything within you to slow you down, whether that's stories or narratives or generational thinking or beliefs and perspectives that other people bestowed upon you on their journey. Right? Just shake it off and be who you need to be to drive forward what you are being called to drive forward and make that impact out there. All right? And it's a beautiful place to be. And there's so much growth that's going to happen. There's layers of you that you're going to shed that you didn't even realize maybe you needed to shed. You know, what I've really seen on my journey of entrepreneurship is really like, the self I am today is so different in a beautiful, expansive way, right? In that, if we think of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, like self-actualization piece, right? Where you're just shining your light and you're serving others and you're making such a ripple of impact because you've allowed yourself to go through this period of transforming yourself as you build a business. And that's a real powerful place to be, right? So really every single one of you, and maybe this is not the 3 fears that I spoke about, maybe it's another fear, but whatever it is for you, right? Understand, what is that fear? Name that fear, right? Who is it? Because it really isn't who you are at your core. Understand who you are, your truth, right? And use that and lean into that. And build your confidence by taking action. Taking action even when you feel fearful, even when you feel scared. Journey with it. Allow the fear to kind of sit by your side and say, well, we're going to go on this journey. And don't let it take over. Don't let it be in the driving seat and allow you to just sit there in procrastination or sit there with these ideas in notebooks and journals and just vision board just up there thinking that you can't achieve that. You've been gifted a vision because you can bring it to life and it is your truth. So allow yourself to really just reach in and move forward, even when you might be feeling scared, fearful, anxious, worried, not sure, right? Just put those voices to the side because you can do this. Okay, you've done many things in your life, I'm sure. So remember that. Remember who you are. Remember what you have already achieved, right? What you've already built, the muscle you've already built, right? And I'm not just talking physical muscle. I'm talking mental muscle, spiritual muscle. Yeah. And use that to guide you forward. Don't allow any fears to stop you, right? Or slow you down until you get to a halt. You keep going. Okay. So that's my message today. All right. And I will see you again next week for another episode of The Abundant Practitioner. So stay tuned. Take care. Thank you for tuning into today's show. We drop a brand new episode each week, so do subscribe. And if you like what you heard and you're ready to pivot the way you work and discover a new way, then go to www.drtilean.com/explore and book an appointment to speak with our team. We'll hop on the phone with you for about 45 minutes and help you craft out a step-by-step strategy on how you can successfully make the pivot just like our clients have. I'm Dr. Tilean. Good luck and let's talk soon.